It's our total team. Our total team, 5 members.
5 members.
5 members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
By the way, if you are going to show your screen, do you know how to do it in Hangouts? Like share your print.
Share our screen, no?
Yeah. Yeah, because there are sometimes there are problems with that, and people are facing some kind of technical issues, and yeah, you can check it now.
okay.
Yeah, to be sure.
I will just check it. Thank you.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah, share this one. Share. Yes. Yeah, share.
Can you share your screen? Hello.
उनको बोलने दो.
The Hangouts, that's why I didn't saw that you shared it, but yeah, success, cool. We are waiting for the rest of the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you excited? The
Yeah, super excited.
Cool. We are waiting for.
अरे गर्मी आ रहा है, पसीना निकल जाएगा. Okay.
Introduction ni yang
dia punya ni dah tukar ke? Hantar, why you tak...
But microphone is over here.
Oh, okay. Dia tutupkan microphone.
Okay, we have one more team. Yeah. Cool. Or do we?
Kita tutup.
By the way, when you're presenting, I suggest all of you to mute our microphones in order only the people who are representing to be heard.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, I know.
Hello, this is Malaya or...
Yeah.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Ready to present? Okay, we are waiting for 3 more teams to join our Hangouts. So relax. And yeah.
Cuba buka yang belakang.
हमारी आगे लगी थी यार, से पहले हमें ज्वाइन की.
नहीं, ये क्या है, सारे टीम मिलके एक साथ प्रेजेंटेशन.
हाँ, मतलब सारी टीम आ जाएंगे तब करेंगे.
You can share with us, by the way, what were the difficulties, for example, during the challenge. And let me start with Malaya while waiting. The Ray can share with us, by the way, what were the difficulties.
Then boleh. You can.
You can mute it now.
It's me.
Vamos ter surpresa.
Bukan kat sini ke? I can't hear. It's really.
Just that's okay.
Just laptop je. What do you think, doctor? Boleh juga. Man, at this point, does it matter?
But you guys can't hear anything.
Oh, 2 minutes QA.
QA. You can use your laptop to read whatever they say. Dah tengah rakam hantar sekarang ni. Tak tahu. Santa, what are you using? Are you using your data right here?
Yeah.
Right now. No.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
Don't. Sorry about that.
Can't hear anything. Did you mute this thing?
Are you sure? What?
Is this muted? No, right?
Nope.
But you're not using your mic, no, right?
Yeah.
No, but you're not using.
Yeah, I'm using it.
Are you using your microphone? Your microphone's dead, right?
No. What? Like you mean?
No, but everyone else muted their mic. Dude, everyone else muted their mic.
Oh, just me, yeah?
Yeah, you're the only one that's muted.
It's okay. He was like
Close up of Santa's face.
Okay. Hi again. Thank you for muting your microphone. So, is it okay like that? Do you hear me, by the way? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, all people, to join us here in this live chat and to be bold enough to represent yourself and your country, your university, your solutions, and really congrats to all of the finalist teams who will show their machine learning, artificial intelligence, crypto solutions to all of the world now. And we have with us in this moment the countries from India, from Malaysia, the universities from India, from Malaysia, from Bulgaria, and teams who are going to represent their solutions are University of Bulgaria and teams who are. Can you please mute your microphone, Sujit? Coming from you, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Can you mute yourself? Hello, the guys from the UNWE. Hello. But please, before speaking to the microphone and represent yourself, please mute your microphone. Now I see that, Sujit, you are not muted. Please. Okay. Cool. Thank you. So, for the finalist teams, we have the University of National and Work Economy. We have Kautilya, Crypto Monkeys, Malaya, and Rice. So, who is going to be first? We announced, by the way, the teams and the finalists in our YouTube channel, YouTube live channel. And I suggest that we are going with the same order. So the University of National and Work Economy, are you ready? Please thumbs up if you are ready to represent your solution. Because you have 3 minutes. Yeah, the rules are, so you will have 3 minutes to represent your solution. And afterwards, we will ask you in 2 minutes questions regarding your algorithms, your approaches, and everything else that might be interesting for our group. So I am going mute, and here you go. Good luck.
Hello, everybody. So we are team of national and world economy, and we want to present you our solution. So time is short. Here are our names, and what we did is in order to predict the currencies, we used different tools and we used different models. And the main models which helped us to predict the cryptocurrency were autoregressive model, ARIMA, and neural networks. We were a very good team, and we split all the tasks still in the very beginning. And now I will briefly will try to tell you what we did during these days. So first part was the exploratory data analysis, and we did this task in Python. Before we proceed to exploratory data analysis, we needed to pre-process the data, and what we did, we found that there were there were gaps in the data, but there were also gaps in the intervals of the time of the 5 minutes period. For example, there were whole weekends where the data was absent. Probably someone just turned off his PC, so the data was absent. And we restored this period, so it is 5 minutes period everywhere regularly, and we filled this data with the previous value. And what we did next, we explored the data for autocorrelation, and we saw that there is a big autocorrelation in the data. So the price of each cryptocurrency was correlated to its before value. And what we did, we decomposed the data in the exploratory data analysis. And here you can see we decomposed the data into price seasonality, price trend. This is actually example for Bitcoin, and price residual. And you see that we found some pattern in price seasonality, which was most obviously weekly seasonality, and the price trend for the Bitcoin. And then the residual, what left is almost like a white noise. And then actually we explored this residuals part, and we saw that there were no autocorrelation left in there. Then after the exploratory data analysis, we proceeded to the modeling. And actually what the best model which we did was the autoregressive model. And sorry for the big code here, but I will just briefly explain what we did. So in R, we made a code which went to each coin, and we made a linear. We made the autoregressive model, and then for each coin with this code, the code selected the best features with the least p-value. You see, for example, here is 5 features and 5 values, and here, for example, this 5th is absent. So the code automatically selected the features which influenced the model the most. And here you see the R square for the test, for the training part of each currency, and for the test part. And it's almost, so it's 0.999, first three digits were 9 and 9, which is very good. And with this model, we predicted we predicted top 50 coins. And this was our best model. And I want also briefly to explain the other two models which were also made by our team and also did very good results. So this is ARIMA, and later I will tell about neural networks. So ARIMA is autoregressive integrated moving average, and with the help of auto-ARIMA function, we found which were the best suited degrees for the auto-ARIMA function. So here there are 3 degrees for autoregression, for integrated component, and for moving average, and it was 1, 1, 1. And then for each currency we also predicted, and you see here this is for Bitcoin for 1 day, and you see, for example, MAPE for this prediction was 0.13, and we calculated what would be if MAPE, if we like with 1 step behind, it will be 0.15, so it did a little bit better. And my colleague Yasin will tell about the neural network model which he did.
Yeah, hi guys. We also tried some neural network model to predict the price. We only predicted the price of Bitcoin. You can see that we trained on the first 16,000 points and predicted on 1,000. We used 9 top currencies plus their volume in the previous time point to predict the next price of Bitcoin. The model, we used 1 LSTM layer and 2 dense layers after that with mean absolute error for loss function. And you can see that we scored a lot worse than all the other models. So that's not very important.
Okay, guys, and last, we want to thank for all organizers, and we want also, it was a great datathon and great challenge for us, and we learned probably as you too, we learned so much. And this is our article. You can vote for it, and here you can find the 5 forecasts for the 5 days, which was the task, and you can also compare with your results. Thank you everyone for your attention.
Hello, people. Again, thank you, UNWE, for your great presentation. And yeah, now Sergey will read the questions if there are any. Just a second. By the way, yeah, in this time or while we are waiting, you can share with us something else that you found interesting during the challenge. So yeah, you can share with us how was the day done. You can unmute yourself, you know.
And run the camera. Трябва да е с пространство с различно место.
Okay, we have a question.
Yeah.
Did you compare your field missing data with the actual price at that moment?
Yes. Did you hear it?
Yes.
Yes.
No, actually, We actually didn't. We just filled the gap of the missing values. That was, if I understood the question correct.
Okay. Okay, there is another. What would do to solve sea level 2? Level 2.
Okay, so actually we concentrated the most to solve the level 1, but for level 2, we tried the mode of manual the time wasn't enough to get the right so we could actually in one day, but we tried to.
Okay, and you calculate any of the methods?
Sorry?
Did you translate any of the
Yes, actually we calculated the R square for the application model was, as I showed, 0.29 and 99 further, which shows quite a good accuracy.
Okay.
Okay, we can amend the audio is horrible. Okay, so.
Okay, probably this was for the team U and WE. Yes. So, let's go further with just a second. Kautilya, are you here, guys? You can unmute yourself if you are here and say hi. By the way, we had, I think, the team from Malaysia, and I can see them now, unfortunately. Yes, you are the team with Kautilya, right?
Yeah, we are here.
Do you hear us?
Yeah, we are.
Because I see that you are unmuted, but we can hear you, unfortunately. Okay, everything is fine. Okay, so hi again.
Hi.
Okay, are you ready to present?
Yeah.
Okay, your time is now starting. Good luck.
Thank you. Okay. Hi everybody. This is group Kautilya, and we have done actually cryptocurrencies analysis using neural network. So though there are models like ARIMA and also your exponential functions, but we felt that neural network model will give you better prediction because it works according to your human brain. So the process we use, or the model formulation technique we use using this point as explained in this diagram only. It will be better explained if I show you the codes. Okay. Okay. As you can see, we have used two libraries, and we actually coded it in library forecast and imputes. Okay, this is the data set we want to work on it, uploaded. And here we have checked for any NAs we have or not. Before checking for NAs, we had actually imputed some NAs since there were some rows deleted. By rows deleted, I mean there were some time slots that were not available. So we included NAs by Excel. After that, we have checked here for NAs. Then next step is our NAs treatment. So you first converted that into a time series data, starting with 11 and frequency 288. And we have imputed this NS using this na.calman. It's a function under library impute TS. And we have used this model auto.arima to impute all the data points or your time data points to the actual time points. So this is done by the na.calman. And this is the next step we have done to verify whether this imputations has really worked or not. So it gives us that it's all 0, 0. Then this is a loop we have designed so that it's become very dynamic. Like it will take data points or time points at one, and it will have taken this. First, we have designed it so that it will give us prediction for 5 data points at 5 days in one go. So here it's a loop. You could see m equals to 20. That is what our case was to predict for 20 currencies. And this is k less than equal to 5, so that I can predict for 5 days. And this window functions we have used to subset the time series. NNETR, it's a neural network function. It's under the library forecast. So this NNETR we have used to make the model and train it. After training it, we have used this forecast to predict it. This is the whole loop about, and it's just easy and simple. After every 288 points, it will just go to next cycle. So every time, after every iteration, my start and end are going to change. So it's very dynamic. It's just like you'll take data and time points from online, you will insert it into the model, and it will predict. It's very dynamic. And tic tac. This I have used this tic tac to just find how much execution time it takes. Tac minus tick. And after doing, we had to check how good our model is. So with this one, what I have done is that I have just copied all this my original price values. Especially for I'll just show you for the Bitcoin of the 30th Jan. We have copied all our Bitcoin price values and stored it in this B. And we have just made a data frame of that. This is predicted and this is original. So to calculate MAP, I have used this formula, and to calculate directional symmetry that gives us how accurate our result is, I have used this directional symmetry. And you could check, I just want to show you, this is what I got. My MAP was around 0.261 and my DS was around 60.83916. So that's all we have for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now let's see the questions. And here is Junior, special guest, who will read the questions.
So question number 1, how did you avoid overfitting your model? What did you do to avoid overfitting your model?
Sorry, if you could repeat.
What did you do to avoid overfitting your model?
Okay. What we did, actually, we just concentrated on the dynamic part. We haven't checked for the overfitting. Just we have checked that whether it is predicting good or not. We just We just want to create the model as dynamic, and also at the same time it should have some like meet the metrics. We haven't checked for the overfitting.
Okay, next question here from the data chat. How you determined the neural network structure? Levels, layers, number of neurons in each layer, and so on. How did you determine the structure?
Yeah, actually, it's a good question, but sorry to say, we have just started with. I had gone through this. Actually, if I do it NNETR, that's a function of forecast. The nodes it takes by default. So if I could show you an R, 1 minute.
Okay. Okay. Next question.
1 minute.
Next question. What are the metrics you use to rank your model?
Sorry?
Okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, R code.
Yeah.
So actually, this size, number of nodes in the hidden layer default is the half of the number of input nodes. So this is how it took by the default. We haven't actually. I was checking for different sizes, but since we haven't gone deep into that, so I haven't gone through this. So it takes by default.
Okay. Does this answer your question? The question. Is this the answer of the question? Okay. What are the metrics that you use for ranking your model?
I feel actually we have to about the map and the directional symmetry as you have given.
Okay.
As on better data. Then.
Okay. There is one more question. We are going to start. There are questions towards your solution, so which means that it has been interesting to everyone. I would ask you to answer them in the crypto finance chat, but I'm going to read one more only, and it is this the Zen Panic asks, am I correct that I assume that you train a new model with every next time step?
Yeah, every time there was at least one new data point. Every time there was at least one new data point to train.
Okay, so you train it every time. All right.
Yeah.
Is there more code to your solution, or you have provided everything with the paper source code?
Sorry, is there any?
Have you provided the source code with your solution? Do you have anything else?
No, we have actually shared. Total code is shared.
All right. Okay. In this case, there are plenty of other questions that are lining up in the data chat. Please go on and answer them there. And we have to probably switch to the next.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So, okay. Now we had one more team with us, but unfortunately, I can see them. They joined the Hangouts, but I don't know why quit. So we are waiting just a couple of minutes in order to give them a chance. So Malaya, we want to have you with us. Nazarene was joining the channel, but I can't see him anymore.
Excuse me. Which team you're waiting for just now? Can you say it again?
Can you repeat? Malaya.
Oh, you Okay, that's the team. I'm the one representing.
Sorry, because you Was it with the screen? And yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready to
All right.
present yourself and your solution?
Yeah, sure. Right.
Okay, but first you should, yes, make yourself visible. Okay, we are good to go. Yeah. Oh, you have also the timer. Very well. Okay. Good luck.
All right, thank you. Good evening. My name is Prasanta. I'm a second year student in University of Malaya, representing the whole nation in this competition, Datathon. Okay, this is our team leader, Nazrin, and he's expert in when it comes to machine learning. Right now, I'm going to present what we did in the article, and Nazrin is going to demonstrate whatever I say. All right. Okay, this is our article title: Prediction Cryptocurrencies Using Hybridization Machine Learning. We're not just using machine learning, not just using machine learning in a pure way. We modify the way how machine learning works. Okay, for example, the data was given was every 5 minutes. We have to predict the currency of Bitcoin every next 5 minutes, right? But what we did a sliding window concept. Can you go on? Stop it. All right. We did a sliding window concept. We used the sliding window concept and transformed the data into 3 values. The price into 3 values, which is mean, maximum, and minimum. All right. And the timestamp will be usual, but the interval will be 1 hour, no more 5 minutes. That's why we call this machine learning as hybridization. Because machine learning is purely you're going to you use the same data type, time interval to predict the next time interval, right? But ours is quite different. Using the 1 hour interval, we're going to predict the 5 minutes one, right? So about it. All right. Okay. First, I'm going to explain how we did this. First, we understood how the data given. There was 3 folders, 2 folders and 1 file. The main file was Datathon CSV, and it has 8 columns. And we used time and prices only. But as I said, using the sliding window concept, we made it into 3 columns: the price into mean, minimum, maximum. And by doing that, we significantly reduced the number of rows because every 12 rows become 1 row if we use the sliding window concept. You get it, right? So basically, we have the data for the whole day. Then it goes to next day, then next day. That means every hour only. A row represents an hour. So that means there will be 23 rows for 1 day. Okay. Yeah, I explained how we prepare the data. As I said, we use sliding window concept, right? So we use MATLAB to do it, and we have uploaded the codings in the MATLAB. Nazrin will launch the software. Wait.
Center. Center.
All right. Okay. This is the coding, but it has certain classes inside it. For example, make Weka files, make move point files, and linear files. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention that to produce a machine learning model, we use Weka software. All right. So go to the main. So we just have to click run, and it automatically what it will do. You give all the files, data from all the currencies, right? It just chooses the 20 main currencies and transform into the sliding window concept data. All right, go to that. Go to the article. All right, model construction and evaluation. All right, we use 3 main machine learning models, which is SVM, support vector machine, random forest, and linear regression. And based on our metrics calculation of metrics, I have attached the results in the table. Okay, these are the results of each model, linear regression, SVM regression, and random forest, we found out that random forest is the best one, optimum one, because we evaluated using the Z value, which is the combined score model. And the highest value, the model with the highest value is the best one, right? So that's why we choose random forest as the best one. And it was pretty accurate when during the testing period, we tested the 5 days, almost most of the data predicted correctly. The direction accuracy was 100% and MAPE score was 0.004, 0.007, something like that. Next. All right. Can you go up for us? Can you go up for us? All right. Right. I already explained the results, right? So as you can see, you can compare between the models. Even though I want to tell you something. When it comes to accuracy, people will prefer the most accurate model. So SVM is the most accurate one. So as I said, based on the Z value, combined score model, Z produces the higher value because it can construct the model and predict the value very fast. So that's why we chose as the and accurate as well. That's why we chose random forest as the best one. Right. Okay. Now right now I'm going to present our level 2. It's actually proposal. We couldn't do the simulation and the software as well, but we have the base idea how to construct the software. Since we're having a time constraint, so we just did the proposal on it. So this software works in 4 levels. And level 1 is a crawling agent. It just have to get the data. It just crawl the data through the websites. So because we need to feed data, right, to predict and to do the trading. And level 2 will be the transform agent. It will transform the data into the most suitable one for the appropriate models. And level 3 is the analyzing agent. Over here, we're going to use two machine learning algorithm, which is naive algorithm for first 24 hours. Then after that, you're going to use the random forest back because we need data for the first 24 hours to accumulate first. We can't straight away run the simulation. And the last one is the decision maker. This is where the fuzzy logic comes into play. And the awesome feature we have introduced is we have tried, but we couldn't show it right now. We want to have we're going to apply the fuzzy logic in the Telegram bot. So when you're going to do the trading, it will show the notification. Okay, you can sell now, you can buy now, and sometimes it will do it automatically when you have the option to do auto sell and auto buy. And when it's low, this is the fuzzy logic. Okay, I will tell you in a short way as possible. And when the prices are very low, it will buy, and the prices is possibly going to rise, it will sell. So that's how it works. And basically for this, we try to use PHP for the Telegram and Python. Right. And the discussion and conclusion I have explained just now that random forest is the best algorithm. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. We had a comment from one of our mentors. Oh, you are calling with MATLAB. Good for you. He was excited. Yeah. So okay, we expect now the questions from our mentors. And also, yeah, from the data chat.
Sure.
Think as well. Okay, we have a question from Alex Efremov. For the first level, modeling and forecasting, how you determined the initial parameters of the 3 models, LR, SVM, and RF? This is the first question, and afterwards I will, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Let me think. Did you adjusted them by automated procedure or manually adjusted them? All right. I'm going to explain this through mentioning what software we use. As I mentioned before, we use Weka for this. So the initial parameter for three models. Sorry, hold on. Parameter features. Yeah. All right. We actually did it manually. We tried one by one. First, we implemented all eight columns, all 8 attributes, and we tried to reduce it, which is not affecting the model at all. And the more we reduce, the more the accuracy goes up. So that's how we chose. Yeah, and we did use a sliding concept to improve the accuracy drastically. So that's how we determine the initial parameters. Right. Second question is the all right.
As the mentors, is this okay? Okay. So going further with the second question, did you adjust them by an automated procedure or manually adjusted them? So
yeah, I just answered just now together. We did use a manual procedure in Veka just by trial and error basis.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. And the third question is, how did you come up with the idea of fuzzy logic? Because it's not a common way to do it. Is it? Yeah.
I will give this to Nazreen here. He's the professional, so he will explain about the fuzzy logic. And he's the one came up with this idea.
Okay, hi, I'm Nazreen. Okay, how the fuzzy work? Basically, this is based on investment strategy. You know about the investment strategy. We need to monitor, for example, when the price is low, what is the bot need to do? Hello? Are you there? No. Okay.
Just answer first.
Okay. For example, when price is low, right? As an investor or trader, we need to, for example, the first rule is make it small. What mean by make it small? It's like you only invest if the value is small, we can buy more, for example. And then if, for example, the price is higher, we can sell. So we can gain some profit there. Only that. And then one more thing, I need to show the rule that I, no. Sorry, I removed the
Right.
Actually, I forgot, not really forgetting, but the basic thing is, sorry. I don't know.
All right. I simplified what he said actually. He chose to use fuzzy logic because it's the fourth level basically is using decision, right? So fuzzy logic works well when it comes to making decisions. So the model, the prediction model, which is machine learning models we used before in the level 3, will feed the data into the fuzzy logic. Then it will make decision based on the results or the data fed into the model. All right. Did I answer the question?
Yes, thank you for your answer. And now I see that Alex Efremov is writing or not. Okay, he isn't. So just a second.
They're asking me, do you have some paper or other source on fuzzy trading? Actually, I'm sorry that. Yeah, it's an idea. We just propose. It might be a system in future, but we just propose it. It can be one of the. Can make it. It may be true in few years time. So it's just an idea. So right now we don't have any paper to show. So for level 2, very good idea to use fuzzy logic. And yes, do you have more detailed description of this idea? So sorry, again, later we can, in the comment section, we can post if anything, if got anything to share. I'm sorry about that. Huh?
Okay. Are there any more questions?
Yeah, I just answered that question as well.
Okay. Okay.
We don't have any paper for that or reference citation to show, but later we will put it in the comment section. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you very much again for your presentation. And before you leave, we have one more team that will present their solution.
All right.
Yeah, and we want to applaud you for your presentation.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Malaya. Yeah. So, we are now waiting for the Team Rice, who are watching us on YouTube. I've just had a message from them. Okay, people, Shashank, please go in the link I've just sent you and join us for your presentation. We expect you to do it now. And in these minutes while we are waiting, I wanted to just ask a few questions our finalists. Starting with Yasin, representing with his profile, Gmail profile, UNWE. What were the hardest, the most difficult moment during the challenge for your team? And what did you find interesting? What did you learn? So, what were the hardest of your activity, most difficult moment? And meanwhile, hi Shashank, thank you for joining us. Please mute your microphone right now, and we will give you the word just in a few minutes. So now UNWE are answering my question.
Hi, we are Team Rise. Myself Shashank.
Just a few minutes for you to represent yourself. Now the team UNWE are answering the question. So just in 2 minutes, you are starting your presentation. Yeah. And I suggest you to mute your microphone right now because, Can you do it? Yes.
Hi again. So the question, if I remember correctly, was what were the main challenges? I think we had a challenge in Friday evening to understand the case and exactly what's needed. I think that was one of the main challenges. And then the other one, of course, in all these tasks, it's always to lower the errors and to increase your results. So I don't know. Experience, you guys? What was your experience?
We also, I think, had a challenge as a team to split the tasks because everyone worked in a different, with different tools and used different models. So it was challenging also to coordinate all the process.
Thank you for these answers. And yeah, it was a challenge for the people who were participating. You know, you had riddles with some interesting information about the countries which are participating, and it was really fun. I hope so. So now we are giving the word to Team Rice, and Team Rice are from Manipal University of Higher Education, and they will represent their solution, their machine learning algorithms and models now. So let's introduce them.
Hey guys. Hi Denisa. Hi, I'm Shashank and this is Ashok, on my teammate. Are you audible? Hello.
Hey, we are, yeah, we hear you. So you have 3 minutes to, yeah, show us your masterpiece.
Yeah, okay. Actually, we work with a problem. Instead of doing, we know R, we have been taught R, right, in our institute. But instead of doing through the R, we did it in the other way. We did it in the Microsoft Azure machine learning tool. Means we use Azure machine learning as a tool to predict this, find the solution for this particular problem, right? So should we show? How can I show?
Everything is fine with you, or? You can, yeah, share your screen. There is a green screen on the left if you want to.
Just hold on. No? We are about to show a screen.
Okay, and in these minutes for technical technical stuff to be okay, yeah, I will just want to I just want to say that in the announcement channel of the data chat there is an article of every finalist team, and yeah, all of the articles of the finalist teams are there, and you can vote and share and be proud of yourself, and also ask questions, of course. So yeah, I see now that Shashank has shared his screen. So yeah, here you go.
Yeah. So this Microsoft Azure. So I've been logging in with my account. Oops, it's logged out. Yeah. So okay, so here in Azure machine learning, the things work out in instead of writing code, do a drag and drop kind of the thing, make the thing work out. So flow diagram and flow chart and coming to your solutions. Right.
Sorry
So,
for the interruption, but we don't hear you very well. Can you speak a little bit louder and yeah, near the microphone? Yeah, just a little bit louder in order to hear you well, and also the people in the live session in YouTube. Thanks.
do you find any difference now?
Just a little bit more power.
Okay, wait let me put my earphone then.
Okay.
Yeah. Am I audible, right? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, right. So you're able to see my screen, right?
Yeah, we see the Microsoft Azure Machine Learning Studio. So yeah.
Okay, fine. So we are starting with a new experiment. So we came in the experiment pan and we clicked with a new. We tell them that we are starting with a blank new experiment. So we put our name of the file. With to Okay, so now we are already having our data with ourselves. So our data is and here, as I said you earlier, is completely a drag and drop kind. We don't need much coding, but it's not like that is a handicap thing for us. We can anytime jump in the coding and do a alteration in either R or even Python or through Jupyter notebooks, right? So this is now uploading our data set. Yeah, okay. So we dragged our data set from my data set to the panel or the we used to say it canvas, where we will do our all modeling and the things, right? So okay, after we have done, we can visualize our data like this. We having our data, we can visualize our data in order to see what's the content of the data. As you see, we having different crypto closing dates of with okay, it shows that we having 16,785 rows and the 20 columns with ourselves. Okay, one thing I need to mention over here is that I've changed the time in the serial order instead of putting the time in the original format, because for the machine learning tool means specific to Azure, it hardly matters that it is in the time format or it is in the serial format, because for it the values are always a serialized number, right? And are you connected?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, great, great. Okay, you keep on replying in between so that I can come to know that you are connected to me. Yeah. Okay, so now that our data set having 16,8,769 rows and 21 columns. So in this particular Azure machine learning, we cannot predict all the columns at a once. We need to predict a column by column. So we need to select particular columns which we need to predict first. So for that, we need to get our select column from the data set. Right. We connect the outer node of the data set to the select column data set, right? And from here, the column launcher, we will tell we will tell in our canvas that which two columns we want to select. For a while, we are selecting the first cryptocurrency with accordance with the time. So we did it, and yeah, okay. So, okay, again, some more interesting thing we can do over here is that suppose we want to some means we know the statistical parameters of our data, that then we can take out the summarized data tool set, and for a while let us run this first.
Just to yeah, to tell you that you have 1 more minute to finish your presentations, because there are 3 minutes per team. So yeah.
Okay. So, okay, fine. So then we have to split our data. Then we will go to split our data, and we will split our data in the fashion of 0.80, 0.80 to 0.20 ratio, 0.80 for our trained data set, and then we will train the model. Uh, we use the boosted decision tree regression model in order to come with a solution. Then we will score our data set. We will score our data with the output that what our trained model had, and with the 20% of that. So in trained model, we have to select the column that. Then we will evaluate our model. Right. We will save it first. Run it.
Play again. Yeah, we see that you're really good with Microsoft Azure, but we have to enter your presentation now because our jury has to vote for all of the articles. But before that, thank you for the presentation. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So we have one question from our jury, and it is why did you choose Azure Microsoft Azure Machine Learning Studio for developing your algorithms and for yeah, creating your solution?
Yeah, that's because of the two reasons. First, the time constraint that we don't having that much of time to put the data, to include the data, then to come with the model, to build the model from the scratch, and then come to the solution. So Azure, what the Azure do, it do a halfway hard work for you, right? So when we having the tool which can do a hard work for you, and you better do the smart work, then why to do the hard work more?
Okay, thank you. Again, let me just check if there are any other questions for you. Okay, I've checked the mentors channel as well, and there aren't any questions. So thank you again for the presentation, and yeah, thank you. So now, for all people who are watching us in YouTube and also who are in the Hangouts, don't go away. We will stay live and we will show you the funny videos that you made during the weekend. So enjoy the videos, enjoy your work, and we will see each other in an hour, probably, or no, in 30 minutes at 4 o'clock Bulgarian time and 1 o'clock UTM, if I'm UTC, sorry, UTC, when we will tell you who are the winners of the Datathon, the Academia Datathon. So, yeah. See you soon. Thank you again for your presentations and for your great work. And we encourage you also to finish your articles because 48 hours are not enough. Yeah, and yeah, see you soon.
चलो क्या बोली 48 आवर्स आर्टिकल तैयार करना है खुला है सर मैं दिखा भी नहीं दिया